Ayo, I'm Tits.
Hey everyone, I'm Areolas.
We're doing trap. Trap.
Trap.
What's your exposure to trap?
Yeah, I saw that you had watched it, and
Yes.
and I was like, huh. I remember wanting to see that M. Night Shyamalan movie because I like his movies that are kind of mid, and like the idea of it. Wanted to see it. What about you?
You know what? I saw that it was playing in my theater a long time ago. I think it was at the same time I was watching Deadpool and Wolverine, and then I didn't go see that trap. And then I saw it was on streaming, maybe like a month ago. I think a couple months ago.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, ooh, it's time to watch that. And then I did.
Hell yeah! No, it's yeah. Let's start it. Let's get it going.
So this movie starts. We're following this guy and this chick. It's a father daughter duo. What's Nick is the dad's name and
Cooper.
Riley is the daughter's name. I believe.
Cooper's the dad's name,
Where
and
did I get Nick from?
Riley.
Where
I don't know.
was I completely wrong? I don't know.
I'm trying to
Name
see
of think
where
of a
Nick.
different movie.
Yeah, Cooper.
Yeah, we got Cooper, and he seems like a Nick, you know? He's got that Nick face. He also just seems like Cooper, too.
Yeah.
So he's Cooper and Riley. They're at this concert. The movie starts at this concert. And what's interesting, immediately with the way that the camera moves, it's focused on the police officers at the entrance in a style of which I call almost subtle. It's almost subtle.
Mm-hmm.
It's to show the environment that there's a bunch of people there, but it's also to focus on the police officers and that Cooper is looking at the police officers and he's so looking at the police officers that it's like, okay, you're clearly on the run. Why are there so many cops here?
Yeah, fair question. We're not sure what's going on. Like we're in the same boat as him. Like, why are there all these cops here? This is a lot for a concert, you know?
Yeah, so he's like doing the concert thing, walking to the concert hall with everybody there. There's a couple of social dynamics at play already. First, we got Riley's they're not really friends, but used to be friends. They're at this concert too, but separately, and they didn't ask Riley to be part of their group.
Mm-hmm.
And so you got the two parents. We got Cooper and the parents, the mom specifically of that group. They're like, "Oh my goodness, you guys are here! Oh my goodness!" You know the things that parents do. They're like, "Ah!"
Yeah, I know
They're
it.
having a good old social time. It seems like Riley isn't cool, and I'm like, "Fuck what those people say." Their shit don't mean anything in 5 years, which is how I survived high school myself, actually, and it worked out pretty fine.
I agree. I felt it the same with my niece. I'm like, I know how it feels when you see like I remember seeing my niece at like a dance and her like with some friends and then they walked away and she kind of put her head down and so I like know like that feeling. I was like, oh, you know.
Yeah, yeah, so relatable.
Hmm.
But what's interesting is that they got like these seats on the ground instead of around. The ones
Hmm.
on the ground are more expensive. I'm like, damn, what the fuck does he have for a job? What does he work? Man, how much money does this guy got? This is a popular pop star. She's charging up the ass for everything.
Hmm.
And so he's what's fun about this movie is the ways that he tries not to get caught. and I like seeing the different ways he maneuvers situations. Um, there's a couple points where he has to leave and leave his daughter, and he goes to this dude selling merch and he's asking questions, but he's doing it in a way where he's presenting himself like he's dumber than he is, and also presenting himself like he's dumber than the guy at the merch booth and more oblivious. And so the guy wants to say all the information, including the employee's safe word for some reason. Why are you
Hmm.
saying that to somebody random? What are you, stupid?
Well, we also get the plot point that this concert has all been set up to catch a serial killer that's been going on, known as the Butcher. And it's like, okay, that's really.
I think the concert was already going to happen.
Hmm.
It's later on. It's revealed
Hmm.
that there was a concert ticket stub for this particular concert left at one of the crime scenes
Hmm.
of the serial killer, which is why they have so much beefed up security. So this concert was already going to happen,
Hmm.
but they just increased the security. So Cooper has the safe word. Uh, Cooper has a shirt for his daughter. I'm like kind of convinced that he doesn't really care about her. What's interesting is acting. Did you notice it?
Yeah, how he is around people, like he's trying so hard to be social, uh,
Yeah,
but like he's trying too hard, and it's noticeable, you know.
yeah. He's very performative about his positivity.
Hmm.
Is the best way I could describe it.
And I
Uh,
also I
mhm.
would say to that, like, I don't know, I kind of like think that he does like really care about his daughter, but it's like hard for him to, with the whole idea of him wanting to murder people in his brain, you know.
I feel he can care for her as much as he can,
Hmm.
which
Yeah.
is not the same level as a person who doesn't commit murders does. Like, there's something fundamentally wrong with you if you want to murder people casually. Oh, let me just end a bunch of people's lives so their lights go off. Oh, it's fun actually. I like it when people's lights go off. And I'm like, no! I don't think anyone should have any ability to decide whether someone else's lights go off. I don't think it should be up to anyone.
Agreed.
Yeah. Uh but but he's also, there are some things that I'm like, man, this guy's so smart. Right. But then he does other things that are not so smart and kind of emotionally charged. So I get a lot out of this character because the way he acts in this movie. I get that he is cold and calculating. That's the normal state of being that he's in. But when he's around people, he's very exaggeratory, and especially to Riley, he's like, "Yeah, oh my goodness, hey sport, you want to go Netflix and chill," right? Using phrases wrong, like a freaking boomer, right? And so the child can be like, "Ugh, that's not what that phrase means. Come on, dad, what the fuck?" You know, shit
Hmm.
like that. So he can conceal his serial killer identity, um, which is pretty clever. But then he gets really emotional. Like, there's what is it called? There's these police officers while they're in the concert who have the physical description of the serial killer, and so they're pulling people away from the concert and like IDing them or whatever who fit the physical description. And so
Hmm.
he's like, okay, I gotta get away to, I gotta get away. I gotta get out of here. I gotta make sure people don't catch me. Um, and there's this bottom part. what if the floor moved right next to them? And
Yeah, like
he's
a
like,
trap door.
yeah, a move next to them for performers, whatever, to go up through the floor. And they left this floor open for a really long time, and I'm like, that's really you're leaving it open for a really long time. That's a liability. But it left it open, and he had the thought, man, what if I just escaped through there? Instead of being like, that's a friggin' insane thought, how would I bring my daughter? What would I explain to her? It seemed like he didn't do any thinking past that and was like, hey, Riley, what if we just went down there? Wouldn't it be fun? Wouldn't it be cool? And she's like, bro, we're going to miss the concert. He's like, but wouldn't you want to know what's down there? And so she's like, we're not allowed to go down there. And of course, kids being fucking so rule oriented. Ugh. Who gives a shit what you can and can't do? Well, you can do anything. It's about whether you should or should not. That's the
Mhm.
true question. You can do stuff. You can parachute without you. I mean, you can do skydiving without a parachute. You just will do it once, twice if you're lucky.
If you're lucky.
If you're lucky, it's about if you should though.
No, I love that part how he was like, "Hey, wouldn't it be cool if we went down there?" And she was all, "No." He
Dad, why
just
are you
shot him,
acting like this? Why are you being so weird?
like shot him down all quick, and it was like, man, like you could tell the desperation, like is like boiling in him because he does feel trapped, like
Yeah.
he does,
Um. What's also fun is that there seems to be at the very beginning, at the concert, at the very start of the concert, it's like, okay, we're gonna. It's kind of selective. It's like whatever. We're gonna choose certain people to check out. But by the end of it, the security gets tighter and tighter and tighter and tighter. At this point, I think it was announced that everyone was going to be checked except for people who went backstage.
hmm
And so he's like, okay, I gotta get backstage somehow. And then there's these with the pop star. You can choose. She's like, I'm gonna choose one person to come on with me stage tonight. One of you guys is gonna come on stage with me. And it's like, okay, cool. This is can I hang out backstage after? Right? That's the deal, is that you hang out backstage after. And so it's perfect for Cooper to try to
hmm
get backstage. And I like how he lies. He's like, hi, hey guys, I just want to explain how much it means the world to my daughter. How she's watching her favorite pop star perform. She had leukemia, but she's recovered now. But she had leukemia, and she thought she was going to die for the longest time. But now that she's not, she's enjoying her life, and she just wants to say how much your guys' music meant to her, and like doing the fake emotion thing. And it
Yeah,
worked.
he really smooth talked and charmed his way back there.
It worked
hmm
so well.
hmm
And I'm like, wow, okay. And you know what's awesome? This is really fun. Very cathartic too. Um, Riley, she gets on stage. I also like how everyone, like all the staff, talking to Riley. They're talking in a way that's kind of I wouldn't say talking with a sense of respect per se. I would say it's talking down to her, like coddling, like,
hmm
oh man, she could get leukemia again, so we should be nice to her and give her a nice experience, right? And
Yeah, she's
so
so
they're
brave and stuff.
yeah, they're saying that they're fluffing her up. She gets
hmm
on stage, and those motherfuckers who wouldn't be her friend, they see her on stage and they start freaking the fuck out. They're like, ah, my goodness, how did she get on stage? It's awesome. It's so cool. I was like, yeah.
And here's Cooper being a, and it's conflicting obviously for him because he's being a proud dad, I feel, but that he got his daughter on the stage, that she's having this beautiful moment, and she's looking at him and he's there thumbs upping and dancing, but then he's
Yeah.
also looking over his shoulder at the FBI lady and he's like tripping out. So it's like, I don't know, like it's this whole mixture of emotions for him, I feel like,
Yeah. Also it's fun. I really like when he's when they're done with the stage part, they're backstage, then he can hear a little bit of the police work as well. And backstage, there's the head honcho, there's the head chick leading the investigation, and she's like, "Okay, new rules. Anyone, anyone is going to be searched by the police. Okay. However, anyone who is not with uh the pop singers, anyone who's with her, I mean, is not going to get searched. Anyone who's not with her is going to get searched. That's the dealio." And so he's like, okay, how the fuck am I going to get past the cops? Because he's like trying to leave. And they're at this point in the movie, I think it's his decision that I'm like, I don't agree with your decision. I feel like you could have charmed the cops.
hmm
There's
hmm
also this identifier that the cops have that they're looking for everybody to have, like looking at everybody, and it's this tattoo, the small tattoo on the wrist.
like a rabbit or something, or a fox, something on
It
his.
it could have been so easily colored in. I'm talking Sharpie. Take a Sharpie. Everyone has a Sharpie.
Mhm.
Especially if you go to a concert, you're signing shit. You got to have a Sharpie. And so you take a Sharpie and you scribble it in and you add some art to it or whatever. And then you go through the cops are going to look at you. They're like, "Oh, interesting." And then they look at you and it's probably like a huge penis or something. Like, "Oh, I have a big penis tattoo because I love sucking cock and I want a constant reminder of how much I love sucking cock. Slurp, I can't get enough of it." And then the cops are like, "Fucking fine. All right, get out of here." Boom. You could have gotten out of that situation easily. Instead, he's like, "I'm giving up. I have to strong arm." And so he goes to the pop singer and he basically is like, "I'm the guy that everyone's looking for. And if you, and here's the guy that I have in my basement in one of my kill houses. If you scream or shout and let it all out, this guy dies." And she's like, "All right, fine. I'll let you be in my limo." And then that is pretty tense. I like the tension. I really like the tension into the scenes. I'm not a big fan of the way it gets there, the transition periods,
Mhm.
like what I just said, and then he escapes the arena at, like halfway through. I wish I wish this movie was either I it could have been just focused entirely on the arena. That would have been a really cool premise.
Yeah, it didn't need to go like that third act, basically, right?
Yeah.
With the house.
I really think he could have spent more time trying to escape. Uh, it also could have shown him escaping traffic, trying to do all that fun jazz. But this chick, this pop singer chick, she's like, "Hey, how about we go to your house?" Riley, she's like, "Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! She's gonna come to my house. This is amazing! I can't believe it. She wants to go to my house and hang out with me. This is so cool." It's
Mm.
all a ploy to see his family, and so he goes to his house and he sees the family, and the wife's there. She's all nice and ditzy, and I'm like, how the fuck does she not know her husband's a killer?
No, yeah, it's a real curveball to me. Like, I feel like it's like how you said he could have probably charmed her, like the singer, to let him through, and like I don't know, I don't think he needed to go that route of saying, "Oh, hey, it's on the blood's on your hands, you're gonna know." Because how's he gonna get out of it at this point? But yeah, he plays that hand, gets with the singer, and then the singer, plays her hand and says, "Hey, let's go to your house." And I got real. I don't know. To me, it got kind of weird at that point.
It was really weird. There was a weird tension going on throughout the entire time. And then I do think it was clever for the pop singer to be like, "Hey, let's take a selfie. Oh, let's use her dad's phone." And then the dad gets the selfie phone up, boop, and then she's like, "Okay, cool." And then she takes it and then goes to the bathroom. Something I think tact wise, terrible idea
Uh-huh.
on Cooper's part is to be like, "Give me my phone! Give me my phone! Give me my phone!"
He's going crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
like
insane. He's freaking
insane.
out. Dude, chill out. Okay, have some tact about this. And of course, because his phone's open, because of the phone uh camera app, she's able to go into the, I guess, why is it unlocked app. How is it unlocked? Shouldn't be unlocked, but it is unlocked. The app to look at his victims,
Yeah.
and there's a microphone, and she's like, "Oh, we're gonna get you some help. Can you give you some details? Blah blah bing, bada boom, bada bing, bada boom." And then you get some details, and then she pulls up a live stream. "Hey guys, can you like give me some details? There's some this and that, blah 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 blah, whatever." And because of that, one of her followers is able to identify the house that the person's at, go break into the house and get them. And the police are like, "Wow, crazy. This is crazy. We're going to go out this place." But like before the police get there, he just starts going ape shit. Like he's being really controlling of of the pop star. He's like, you're gonna come with me. I've got you now." Takes the wife's car. "You're gonna come with me." The garage door opens, and guess who's there? The wife and the family in front of the car with the freaking pop star, like clearly in the kidnappy way. It's oh fuck.
Yeah, and he starts tripping out. He's like the two lives aren't supposed to be combined. They're supposed to be separate. He's like talking to himself, and he's kind of like losing his serial killer mind, cuz he's like, "No, the two lives aren't supposed to touch. They're supposed to be kept separate. No, this isn't right. No, I don't know what to do."
I guess there's multiple definitions of trap. There's like trapped in the conventional lifestyle. There's trapped in this moment. There's the when the police come, then he's trapped. He goes, picks up a bike, and then he gets transported to the back of a police van. But then he's able to take the thing that he took off the bike to unlock his cuffs, and that's pretty much the end of the movie.
Yeah. No, I mean, there was that little part where he leaves with the pop star, comes back, and then he gets drugged by his wife, who
Oh
turns out,
yeah.
like you said, his wife thought she was cheating on her, and then she got like hints that he was maybe a killer, so she left the ticket stub, and that's why they ended up with all the police at the concert.
What is worse? Dating a cheater? I mean, sorry, marrying a cheater or marrying a killer
I think marrying a snitch is fucking terrible.
is the
Like,
worst one of them all.
I think
Yeah,
so.
she is
Like,
a snitch. What a snitch.
I was thinking that, like, dude, your wife snitched you out. Like, come on. She could have talked to him about it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't
I
know.
don't condone snitching. I also don't condone murder, but I also don't condone snitching. And I'm like, which one do I not condone more of? Snitching or the murder?
Because I mean,
Mm,
in all,
snitching is really bad. Snitching is terrible. I think snitching is worse than murder.
I think so, honestly,
Yeah.
and like from what it seemed like, with that Lady Raven being there and kind of saying about him as a killer, but like just the killer, the butcher, not Cooper the person. He seemed like an okay husband and parent. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it didn't seem like he was an abusive person. Yeah, he was like out at night and then he'd have bleach on his fucking shirts or whatever she said he had so she could
Yeah.
get it out. But it's not like he wasn't there for his family, you know? I don't know.
That is true. I mean, probably not there enough to the point where she's like, "Where the fuck is he?" And then was curious. So,
Yeah. But I feel like he
I
was there
think
enough. There are people that aren't present at all and they don't have anything going on in their lives, or
that's
actually
true.
cheating.
That's true. What would you rate this movie?
I'd give it like a 6. It was all right. It wasn't bad, and that twist ending where he like gets out and he's still psycho and laughing. It's kind of cool. So I give it a 6.
Yeah, I think I give it a 7. I mean, it made sense through and through. I mean, there could have been better, but it's not the worst thing, and it's not boring. Like I
Yeah,
remember this movie.
yeah.
Um,
It was cute. It
yeah, yeah,
was a cute movie.
exactly.
And in that vein, we're gonna do a game called Pop Stars because from what I read, that Lady Raven is M Night Shyamalan's daughter,
Hmm.
and she actually wrote music. Like she is a pop star apparently in like
Hmm.
Bollywood. She actually wrote songs just for this film, uh, to follow the film, like the movie,
Neat.
for
That
the
is pretty
concert.
cool.
So we are gonna look at pop stars. I don't know how present you are with pop music. I love pop music, so I know a lot about pop music. But let's take a look.
It depends.
Just name me the pop stars. Do you know who this pop star is?
Is that Taylor Swift?
That is Taylor Swift.
Well, she knows her colors well.
I think she's all right. I mean, I liked her when she did country, but now that she's pop, I don't know. I don't think she deserves the huge fan base she has, but I'm not against it.
She is definitely a. When I see Taylor Swift, I see past the pretty girl exterior, and I see the manipulative individual to get to that level of power and notoriety and cult fan base. You have to have a a great level of manipulation skills. And
Well,
so
she's
I see
white.
that. I mean,
She's a
that
white
too.
woman. White
I
and
mean,
pretty.
very powerful. She's a very powerful woman.
And then she's like 6'2", I think.
Wait, she is?
I think so. She's fucking
Oh,
tall.
wow.
She's tall.
Wow. I did
Yeah.
not know that.
Yeah, she's fucking tall. Do you know who this pop star is?
Uh, oh God. Fucking who the fuck is this? Fat Arm McGee.
Oh, that's kind of mean. No.
I don't
This
know
is
who she is.
this is Lord.
Wait, that's Lord?
Yeah.
I guess I've never seen a picture of her.
You know that song, "We Will Never Be Royals, Royals."
Wasn't that made when she was fucking 14?
Yeah, it's from her
I
debut
remember I was
album.
like 10 when that came out. I was like, she's 14? Oh my God, I could do this in 4 years. And then I never did. Yeah, I was too busy playing Minecraft.
That'll do it. That and
Yep.
Roblox, that'll do it.
Yep.
Lord's good
Yep.
though. I like Lord. What I have here. Do you know who this pop star is?
Uh, Christina Aguilera.
That's a little too early in eras. This is Lana Del Rey.
Lana Del Rey. Oh.
There's a song she sings called Cola. Is it called Cola? And
Oh.
the lyric goes, my pussy tastes like Pepsi Cola. And
You should get that checked out.
well, I was gonna ask you what soda you think your pussy would taste like
If
if
it,
it tastes.
if my pussy tasted like a soda,
Mhm.
um, hmm. I'm like, what the fuck flavor?
Because
Hmm.
Pepsi's not bad. I mean, I would prefer Sprite uh, or Coca Cola, but Pepsi, I don't know. It's got like an aftertaste to it.
Yeah, I'm like trying to think of like the complexities of the flavor palette of this each soda that I've had. I'm like, the Fago cream soda. I don't know.
That's not a bad flavor, I'm sure.
Yeah,
It's unique. I know that
that's
they're
true.
spraying it on juggalos and shit. Uh,
Fago's actually, I haven't had all Fago flavors. I've had the cream soda flavor, and that's about it. Yeah, that's a pretty good flavor.
hell yeah. Pussy tastes like Fago cream soda. Do you know who this pop star is?
Oh, it's Melanie Martinez. It's actually Riley's favorite pop star
Really?
chick. Yeah, he really likes the Crybaby album.
Oh,
Apparently,
it's great.
I just watched a video the other day about her brand disaster because I guess her she she got stuck in this look of the Crybaby era, but it's like her past self, but she keeps having to perform her past self. And she's like, no, I don't want to do that anymore. So she turned into this four-eyed
A nymph?
alien nymph chick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm following that. I love her. I saw her on tour in 2016 when she did her
Oh, nice.
Crybaby tour, and I I remember going. You know, however old I was, 2016. So that was what uh 8 years ago. So I was what, like
Yeah.
30 years old. So I was a 30-year-old man at a Melanie Martinez concert, and I looked like how I look here, just shirt and jeans. But there were guys my age with like pacifiers and baby bonnets on, and they were
Oh.
just like all dressed up for the occasion. And I was like, yeah, this is kind of weird.
I think it was just an excuse for them to wear diapers
Yeah,
and whatever the fuck they're wearing.
but it was a good concert. She's a good performer.
Yeah.
Let's see. Do you know who this is?
This chick,
Mhm.
Cardi B, only because of the tits.
This is my favorite artist. This is Marina and the Diamonds.
I've never heard of her, I don't think. What
Great
does she
music.
do?
She's uh what's her most favorite song, or her most like popular song is Prima Donna Girl. Yeah, all I ever wanted was the world. Can't
I
help
don't think
that I need it
I don't
all.
think I heard that. Man, I should listen to more pop songs so I know how to make one and replicate it. Not because of pleasure, but because of business and money.
Yeah, you got to do that Ken Ashcorp stuff.
Bro, pop songs, the song structure is pretty much all the same.
Mhm,
People,
I agree.
all the midwits out there are like, "Oh, fucking music sucks because of the song structure and it's so formulaic." I'm like, that's the best part about music.
I'm about to say I don't hate it. I don't hate that all the songs sound the same. You
Yeah,
know what I mean? I
yeah.
really don't. Do you know who this is?
Cardi B or not Nicki Minaj. She has a
No.
different face shape. Or Iggy Azalea. Nope, she's too black for that.
Mhm.
Iggy Azalea's white, isn't she?
I think she might be black, but she's like pale as fuck if she's black.
Okay, okay. I thought she was like from Australia. Um,
And then this one's a little caramel colored, but she is black.
um, fuck. I'm not knowledgeable in pop stars right now. Uh,
This is probably the most famous pop star at the moment, besides Taylor Swift.
at the moment, oh god. Um, Humaya, Kuma, Uba, Umbaya, Umba, Uba, Uba. I'm just like, wait, fuck. What's that song? Wait,
No, she sings single
Kumba.
ladies. All the single ladies. All
Beyonce? This is what
yep.
she looks like now?
She
I,
actually put out a country album recently.
oh.
And I
Huh.
honestly think that was her just like of course she like is blowing it out of the water in pop music, and since country is like such a untapped resource, she just made a country album, put it over there,
Bro,
and you know what I mean?
they're all gonna do country. Fucking Post Malone went from hip
Mhm.
hop to country.
Mhm.
Now Beyonce's going from hip hop to country. All these motherfuckers are starting to realize that hip hop and country are the same fucking thing, except for the demographic is different and the
Yep.
content of the lyrics are different. The same exact song structure, the same like way you do lyric the lyric structure and also the hook structure, and it just sounds more twangy. It's a different instrument, but it's the exact same fucking thing.
Mhm.
It's just that the reason that it's so different, like there's an entirely different genre, is that racism. Like actually, the people who listen to it are racist.
Yeah, no, I agree, and she realized that, I guess, that was a whole untapped market, put out a country album, and of course it went to number 1 because all her fans in pop migrated over to country. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's kinda
Yeah.
cheating,
Yes. Oh yes.
but I can't go against it, like, it's cheating in a smart way, I
Is
guess.
this her country outfit? Because this bitch has not worked on a field at all ever.
This is one of her country outfits. They had another one that was, like, red, white, and
Those
blue.
nails would break. Mm,
I don't think she plans to do farm work.
I know, but like you gotta at least dress up for the grift. Like if you're really gonna grift it, you really gotta grift it.
Well, and she's from Texas too, she's from Houston, but, you know,
Yeah.
I don't know if that means anything.
Nothing. It means nothing to me.
I
There are farms in other states. There are farms in Washington state. But people think, oh, technology when they and retarded liberals when they think Washington state. But there's actually another half of the state where it's just farmland, you know?
well, yeah, because they have apples all up there, right?
Yeah. They have
Yeah, shit ton.
apples, they got like vineyards for like grapes and shit.
Mhm.
Bunch of
Yeah,
stuff.
interesting. Lastly here, do you know who this pop star is?
Video Music Awards. She's a musician. Cardi B.
No. Do you recognize her face? She was in, movies recently.
Is that Lady Gaga?
It is Lady Gaga.
What the fuck? Why does she look so different every time I see her?
This is actually an old picture. I wanted to find an old picture because now she looks more normal. Like, before she had like looks every single time you'd see her. Like, here she's wearing that
Yeah,
meat
she
the
would
meat.
just like be a battery pack for one of them, or a fork, or a lightning rod.
Yeah, she was
Oh.
very unique back then when she was first starting, and then now
Yeah.
that she's kind of made it, she can tone it down a bit. Like, okay, I don't need to
That
do all
is
these
smart
outrageous
of
things.
her. That is very smart of her.
Hmm. Yeah, she toned it down really. I mean, she's still doing her unique thing, and I don't know if she's like bi, like she kind of did in Born This Way, that album, and then she's
I
all
was
about,
born this way.
yeah,
That one. Yeah.
catering to the gay audience, and they were like, "Nah, we don't think you're gay. We don't want you to be gay."
There was that whole thing like about people thinking that Lady Gaga was trans, and I think for maybe 2 minutes I thought she was because of how prevalent that was, and then I was like, no, because I don't care.
Yeah, I
Uh,
think that's the same thing that all the whole audience thought too. Like for 2
Yeah.
minutes, they were like, maybe no, never mind. She's not gay. She's just trying
Yeah.
to pander to that audience.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Hmm.
Uh,
But speaking of pandering to audiences, where can people pander over and be an audience for you?
I do them. I do them daily movie reviews every day at YouTube. YouTube.com/AST presents at 7 p.m. Eastern time. And if you want to go to my links, I got all my links, including my spicy ones. You can go to autisticboobs.com. That's where you can find me.
Wonderful. And I have a podcast I do every day called That's All Funny. You can find anywhere podcasts available. Just search That's All Funny. Podcast with my buddy Gabe called That's All Kayfabe comes out every Mondays. Talk about wrestling. I do this show with the wonderful men's salad called Tits and Areolas with Men's Salad. You can check out anywhere podcasts are available, as well as youtube.com/Lorenzo Arreola. I want to thank the Greatest Men's Salad for being here. I want to thank everyone for listening and watching. And we will see you next time. Stay safe, right? I guess that's my catchphrase. Stay safe, guys.